Today we're doing Bluey. So Bluey is this lovely little cartoon character, doggy. It's an easy way to do Bluey. You just start by doing this oval, and after that let's do ears for the oval. There we go. And they're triangles there, and another ear. And then the next thing to do is to do those eyes of Bluey. So the first eye is sort of here. If you think there's a midline, you draw a big eye there, and out of the eye comes a nose, which is actually quite big. It goes all the way outside the rest of the body, and then it comes out. Down a little bit. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a closed smile here. There. And there we go. That's the lower lip for Bluey, like that. And then that is not ready without an actual tip of the nose. And I can see that we're also missing something else that's crucial, and that is the second eye. There we go. So we go and we do a second eye like that. Then we draw there, that's the black of the eye, and we do another one here. There we go. Already starting to shape up a bit. Looks a little bit like Bluey. So what else is missing from the ears is those eyebrows. The eyebrows are quite big. Let's draw them a bit like that. There's one eyebrow, and then we need another eyebrow. There we go. There's eyebrows. Right, and then what we're going to do is, I think we're going to be moving down a little bit. Let's do a color line. So in Bluey's face, we're going to have a darker color, and we're going to have a lighter color here, lower. And also need to do, so we're going to need to make sure that there is a color coming from the nose line, so quite close here. What we're going to do is like that, and that goes around the nose, and the area that's left between is going to be a blue as well. So then the next thing to do is we're going to do some arms, and we're going to do some belly. So I think we're going to be going now for, let's do the belly next. Wow. So that's an oval shape again inside. And Bluey has these little dots in the back. You can't see them very well because she's facing us. Okay. Next thing to do would be to do some arms. Where shall we put the arms? Shall we put the arms up? Yeah, let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put her arms up. One arm goes like that. Like that. Let's do a little hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And I think this Bluey is going to be a very happy Bluey. So let's do another arm up the same way on the other side. And now you need to remember to do the thumb on the other side. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Bluey's other arm. then the next thing to do is, shall we go for the legs or shall we go for the tail? Let's do the legs next. So Bluey's got quite long legs, like that. And what we're gonna do, almost looks like she's got socks on. So we're gonna do like that. And then, whoops, there are the paws. And 1, 2. There we go. And another leg. It's got a paw. There we go. The last thing that is missing is that blue heeler tail. Let's do it on this side. Let's do a happy tail. It's going a little bit upwards. There we go. 3. And then down. And what do we need to do? Still one line for the color. There we go. Okay. Then the next thing to do is to just try and figure out how to do the outlines and how to do the colors. So let's see if this one has, there we go, that one. I ended up picking up the good one. I have a good black and the not so good black. And looks like I hit the jackpot. So we are having a, there we go. Eyebrow 1, eyebrow 2, top of the head, and we go round and round and round it goes, and round. There we go. A little bit of those dots so that we can see them. One happy hand. Okay. This part, because it's anyway going to be black, I think we're gonna do them already. Maybe I was joking about this being the good black. It looks like it's running out of ink. There we go. And then let's do it all the way to the nose. Second hand, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And tail. There you go. Oh dear, I am really running out of color here. Where has my other black gone? I think my other black has completely escaped the scenery. What would be almost black? Could try this and hope that it does not look silly. Let's see. Let's try a little bit. Oh yes. Okay. I think this will do. There's so much more color coming out of this one that I can do this much faster. Whoop, there we go. A lot easier. There we go. And then legs. forgotten a little part. I think as we are doing this, we're also going to strengthen some of these lines a bit. Okay, so then we need to find the right colors. What would be the color of Bluey? That's a pale blue. That does sound quite promising. Another one said sweet dreams. I think the pale blue sounds good. I need something even paler for the tummy, or we need to go everything a little bit darker. Let's see what we've got. Mint blue, perhaps not. Let's do pale blue for the belly. There we go. Done. And then what we need to do is to use the same color for the hands. One hand done. And here comes the other hand. There we go. And also the same blue goes into the feet or paws. Go. Actually, we also need the same blue for eyebrows. I almost forgot. There we go. I think I'm forgetting something as well. Bluey has here a little bit of a lap. Go. So then we need to move up a little bit and make a slightly darker body. There we go. Oopsie, that does not look very promising. Somebody has done something to this. But the color is still coming out. So that's good. We might be able to get a Bluey done. A lot of this blue in her body. There we go. And also the same color goes into the tops of the legs. Legs look done, and then let's put the same color also here in the tail. There we go. just realized I have forgotten to draw some lines. So we also need to draw some lines here, because Bluey has a couple of different colors in her face, and the middle part is the same color as her legs and big part of the body. There we go. I think that's it. What we could do is to go around with that black. Sure, we'll do a couple of lines. Now it's happier. Now it's been resting a while. There we go. And then what I need to do is I need to find this kind of purplish blue. Okay, this is a bit scary. Let's try not to get this wrong. I'm wondering what would be the best color for Bluey. Let's try that. There we go. That will be the tail. Let's start from the tail. Yes, I think that is probably the closest color I've got for Bluey. There we go. End of the tail is ready, and then let's do those little purple dots in the back, and the purple also goes in the head and up in the ears. There we go. And another ear. There. And then we're going to do the outside of the face as well. Okay, one side done. Then let's move on to the other side. There. And what we still need to do is to color the nose. So we need to find some kind of a nice light color. Brown. What would be a nice light color? Brown. Let's go for that. Go. The thing that is still gonna be missing is gonna be the nose. But let's do this first. And the lower lip. Then we're gonna do the nose. Oh, almost forgot. Ears also need the same color as That's most of the nose. And then the icing on cake. The tip of the nose. There we go. And there we have Bluey. Hope you enjoyed. If you do enjoy the drawings, like and subscribe. Thank you.